2 weeks and 6 days out, 20 days. I won't lie, this last week felt like it kind of dragged on forever. So currently 5 in the morning, just taking notes from my check-in. This week was kind of a crazy week. I dropped 6 pounds in a matter of days. Went from 193 to 187 pretty much in 4 days, just boom, 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 boom. I think it was because I managed fatigue a little bit better this week. So I pulled up food and increased steps. I took a de-output day. So a lot of people think they need a refeed when really they just need to recover. So I took a de-output day where I didn't move at all, just posed, a little bit of walking. And I think that helped a lot. So anyway, I dropped 6 pounds. I'm not gonna lie, that was extremely motivating for me because I've been stuck at like 191, 193 for weeks, and it was kind of stressing me out. Like the look was continuing to change, but I needed the scale to go down because I have to fill out but still make my weight cap, and I wanted plenty of room to do that. So I was really, really pleased by seeing that. Progress photos look great. So my glute striations are finally coming in. I'm just getting leaner. I am extremely flat. It's the flatness and depletion is now so bad to the point where it's really hard for me to feel a flexed muscle. Like when I'm posing, I can't really feel those contractions. So I'll talk about what I'm gonna do there. Still not as lean as I want to be, but we're getting there. I know to anyone who doesn't understand bodybuilding, you probably don't get it. Like I look great, don't get me wrong, but from a stage standpoint, I have to be skinless, and we're just not there yet. But I'm doing the best I can. So I decided to research why I feel better and I'm making more progress by increasing food and increasing activity as opposed to facilitating a deficit from just dropping food. And it's actually a thing. It's called REDS. So it's relative energy deficiency in sports. I won't get too much into it right now, but there's a difference in how the body responds to a deficit from energy from food and a deficit to energy from overexertion. So the body responds differently. And anyway, I've just been really studying that this week, it's kind of been fun to learn more. I've got 2 more solid weeks of prep, and then we're gonna go into a peak week. I think I already discussed that I'm not gonna do like the typical peak that everybody sees on YouTube. I'm just not there yet. I don't have the time to run a practice peak. So really my peak week is just gonna look like pulling cardio, bringing food up to maintenance, and then just timing the look, finding that balance between water and food. So where is it? Like how much food and water do I need to look full and dry? We're not messing around with water manipulation. We're not messing around with sodium, just driving carbs. So I've got 2 more solid weeks to prep. So what do those 2 weeks look like? So since I dropped 6 pounds, that's kind of rapid. So today I'm doing a fat load. So I'm bringing calories back up to maintenance. I'll probably pull steps down just a little bit. Keep carbs low as I usually do on rest days, like less than 100 grams. And then tomorrow we're going to do a refeed. But the purpose of the refeed is to practice using the foods that I want to use for peak week. So I need to go to the store and get sourdough bread, rice cakes, sorbet. Got plenty of rice here. So those are the 4 carb sources that I want to practice using. So training day carbs are like 250, 260. Tomorrow we're going to drop fats as low as we can and then increase carbs up to like 500 using these foods and see how my body responds. So there's no surprises the week of the show. And it'll also be a chance to see how much weight I gain from 500 grams of carbs Like, will I still stay under my weight cap? Will I be over my weight cap? Will I have to adjust? And then after Monday's refeed, I'm going to keep my steps at 16K. I'm not going to drop food, but I'm going to add in 20 minutes of zone 2 cardio 4 times a week. I just bought this bike. There's this guy on Facebook Marketplace who sells a bunch of gym equipment. So it's like a practically new bike. It's like a $900 bike that I got for a couple $100. And I got this new walking treadmill. That's my old one right there. I got this new walking treadmill for like $120. It's like a $600 heavy duty treadmill. I love it. But anyway, so first thing in the morning, 20 minutes zone 2 cardio, and then I'll increase my posing time and frequency. So instead of posing once a day every day, I'll pose twice a day every day. So food won't change. And then next week, since it'll be the final week of prep, and if I can handle it next week, if fatigue doesn't completely wipe me out, I'll pull food a couple hundred calories. So one final push. We're almost there. So mental check. I'm pretty exhausted. My legs are chronically just sore and tired and heavy. It takes everything in me to get up and get on the treadmill. We live in a 3-story townhouse. It takes everything in me to climb up the stairs. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, but I don't regret it. This is worth it to me. I'm gonna do a whole kind of reflection of this whole journey when it's all done and when it's all said and done. There's a lot that I want to talk about from a spiritual and philosophical perspective. One thing is for certain, I'm never going to let myself get as fat as I was before I started prep. I wasn't like overweight like when I was a strongman, but I definitely had way more fat on me than I thought. And so what I really want to do after this show is stay as lean as I possibly can. Like, I want to stay as close to this level of conditioning as I can year round, because if I can pull that off, preps will be shorter and way more manageable. And I don't know, with the research that I've been doing, I don't think that you need to really push body weight up super high to put on muscle. In my own personal anecdotes, every time that I push weight up to try to bulk and get big, I just get fat. So I really, frankly, there's no reason why I can't stay extremely lean and get big. Granted, like, I can't stay at this level of leanness. I would consider this an unhealthy level of lean. But after I put on just a couple additional pounds of body fat, like, why can't I maintain that and just see like an extremely slow weight gain over a 1-year period? But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna keep getting these steps, maybe finish some client check-ins, and then we'll see you next week. 20 days. We're almost in the teens. Final stretch.